So I've never cooked or eaten lamb before, and to be honest with you guys, I'm kind of nervous, but let's do this. Alright, so before I cut into this boneless leg of lamb, I do want to show you guys the knife that I'm going to be using. This is my brand new Scorpion Series 8-inch chef's knife, and look at this, even the sheath is beautiful. So let's take it out. Look at that, look at the design on the face of this knife. It is absolutely beautiful. It's nice and lightweight, so I'm going to have really good control of it. And I got to tell you, it is really sharp. If you guys are interested in buying this knife from Dale Strong or any of the knives that I use in my videos, check out the link below and get yourself a 10% discount. All right, so let's take the leg of lamb out of the package. Look at how sharp this knife is. You barely touch the plastic and it cuts it. All right, so as you can see, this leg of lamb is in a net, which I am going to take out and season, see kind of what I'm working with here. I also heard that there's a gland in the leg of lamb that you definitely want to remove. So I'm going to open this up. All right, so this leg of lamb does have a little bit of a fat cap, maybe a little heavy right here, so I'm going to be trimming this up a little bit. Let's open this up and see if I can see a gland in here. And right out of the gate, I don't see anything that's concerning in here. All right, so here's a little bit right here, and I'm not sure if this is a gland that they're talking about, but I am going to go ahead and take this out. And look at how sharp this knife is. All right, so there's a little bit of a nerve right here as well. I'm just going to take that out. So this may be the gland that they're talking about because it is kind of hard like a nerve. So I'm just going to cut it out. And there it is right there. It's kind of tough. So I'm thinking that's what people were talking about. All right, I'm going to remove this piece of silver skin and fat as well. Whew, man, this knife is sharp. All right, on the inside, there's some connective tissue right here that I'm going to remove because this can get pretty tough and this will not render down. So the connective tissue is where the meat connects to the bone. And I got to tell you, that can be really tough. So if you see it, go and remove it. All right, so that's all I'm going to be trimming. Let's go ahead and season this up. I'm going to start with this a fuego lento seasoning. This is their vaquero beef rub, and this is an SPG except for the salt is smoked. So add a good layer. Look at that. And this is a low sodium rub. The second seasoning that I'm going to be applying is this spicy chimichurri from Alfregoni. Yes, this is a chimichurri, but you can use it as a dry rub as well. It's got all sorts of spices and herbs in there. Look at this. If you guys have not tried this as a chimichurri, I highly recommend it. All right, pat that rub in. And I am going to be trussing this up with some butcher's twine. So let me see, I'm going to try to put it back together somehow. Just like that. Got some butcher's twine right here. Real simple knots right here. All right, just cut off your excess twine. Let's season the outside with the vaquero rub and follow that up with some of this chimichurri. Oh my God, that's spicy. All right, let's head outside and fire up my Grill Grill's Kamado style cooker. All right, so I've got my Grill Grill's basket filled up with lump charcoal. Let's go ahead and light it up. So if you notice, I'm only lighting up half of the charcoal, and the reason for that is I don't want this grill to get too hot. All right, just like that, I've got half of the charcoal lit up. All right, so before I install my heat deflector, I am going to be sprinkling some of these cherry wood chips from Gourmet Wood Products. Check them out at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Just like that. All right, I'm going to install my heat deflector and my grill grate. All All right, so let me show you guys the setup on my Gorilla Grills Kong. Now I'm going to be using the Chef's Temp wireless meat thermometer. Now on this charging station right here, you do have an output of 5 volts. This is where you're going to plug in that Brizo fan. So when you get the Brizo fan, you do get these cables right here. Plug in this cable right here to the output of this station right here and power it up. So this charging station is going to apply voltage to our fan. All right, so using the Chef's Temp app, I am going to set up my cook. I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to go to Smart Fan Setting, and I'm going to be smoking this at 250 degrees. So let's bring it down to 250, just like that. So you do have the option to cook by temperature or by time. Obviously, I like cooking by temperature, so I'm going to hit the back button. So you can set up a high temperature and a low temperature alarm if you want. So I'm going to set that to 285, just in case the temperature spikes on me. Hit setup, and the low alarm, let's say it drops below 200. This will notify me. So now that I entered all of that information via the Chef's Temp app, my Chef's Temp S1, the base unit, and the Brizo fan are working to get my temperature to 250 degrees. So as far as my exhaust, I barely have it open. It's between the 0 and the 1. And my Brizo fan is only open about 1/4 of an inch. All right, so at this point, I just got to let the smoker warm up, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so my smoker is up to temp. Let's go ahead and load up our leg of lamb. Right smack in the middle. All right, so I'm going to install my Chef's Temp wireless meat thermometer. All right, so at this point, I'm just going to close the lid. I'm looking for 145 degrees internal temperature. I'll bring you guys back in a bit. All right, so the lamb has been smoking for 2 hours now, and the internal temperature is 136 degrees. But I got to tell you, this Chef's Temp S1 and the other 2 components are making my Gorilla Grills Kong run really efficient and really close to the set temperature of 250 degrees. All right, so let's take a look at this boneless leg of lamb. Man, look at that amazing color right there. That is looking really good. I'm going to double check the internal temperature here. Yep, 137 degrees. The probe is saying 136 degrees. That's really close. So again, I'm looking for 145 degrees internal. That should only take a few more minutes. I'll see you guys inside. Stay tuned. All right, so the lamb is ready, and the total cook time was 2 hours and 20 minutes. I pulled the lamb out of the smoker, wrapped it up in foil, and I do have it resting. So while we wait, I'm going to chop up some parsley and some red onions. That's going to pair extremely well with our smoked lamb. So I'm just going to bunch this parsley up right here, and do not buy the Italian parsley. Buy the regular parsley. Chop this up. Into the bowl. Next, I'm going to chop up some red onions. And since we're changing names of things, can we please change this red onion to a purple onion? There is nothing red about this onion. It's 100% purple. All right, just grab a few thin slices here. Holy smokes, this knife is really sharp. Look at that. About half a red onion. Just quarter these. Just like that, into the bowl. Next, I'm going to add a little bit of sumac, and if you guys have never tried this, I would highly recommend it, especially with Persian food. So sprinkle in about a tablespoon or so. So sumac is a Mediterranean spice that comes from berries, and it's got a really good tart flavor that again is going to pair extremely well with our lamb. All right, so I'm just going to set this aside and go grab that lamb. All right, so before I unveil the lamb, I do want to show you guys the knife that I'm going to be using to slice it up with. This is my 11-inch Dell Strong Scorpion Series slicer. And again, I really like the Scorpion series of knives, not only because of the beautiful pattern right here, but it's really nice and light, and I feel that I've got more control over the knife compared to a heavy knife. You guys are about to see how sharp this knife is. Check this out. So let's unveil the lamb right here and see what we've got. Oh my goodness. It is filled with juices like crazy. Look at this. Beautiful color. Let me transfer it to the cutting board here. Look at that bad boy. Holy smokes. Let me take off the twine before I slice it up. So about 15 years ago, I actually tried mutton up in northern New Mexico for the very first time, and I was not a fan. Now mutton is a 3-year-old sheep. Lamb is a 1-year-old sheep or younger. So I'm sure there's a different flavor. Again, I've never tried lamb, but I've been wanting to try it. I actually want to smoke a whole lamb and many of my subscribers have been asking me to try lamb. Well, here you go. So I'm just gonna take some really thin slices. Oh my goodness, look at that smoke ring. Now this is medium rare-ish, okay? Maybe a little over medium rare-ish, but the aroma is absolutely amazing. Look at that. Man, this knife is really sharp. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys have tried gyros before, and I have as well, and that's usually mixed with beef, so it's not 100% lamb. It's usually mixed again with beef and lamb. So I cannot wait to finally try lamb by itself. All right, so I'm going to be tasting the lamb by itself, but I also want to eat it in a more traditional way. So I've got some naan bread right here. I'm going to add some lamb. Look at that. I got to tell you, that looks really good, but I am a little bit nervous, so we will see. I'm going to add some of my onions, parsley, and sumac, just like that. Squeeze some lemon on there. Now we're talking. Oh yeah, let's give this a try. All right, let's give this lamb a try. And again, I am really nervous because this is my first time ever trying lamb. And I had a bad experience with mutton, but here we go, guys. Look at that. Looks just like brisket almost. Good smoke ring. This is for you guys. Who knows, I might like it, right? Wow, that is really good. You know what the texture reminds me of? Of a tri-tip, but it's really tender, and it has a little, just a slight kind of gamey flavor, but I like it. It's kind of like goat cheese compared to, let's say, a cheddar cheese. You know, goat cheese has a bit stronger flavor. That's exactly what this is. This is really good. Guys, I got to tell you, I am so glad that I like this lamb. I've been wanting to smoke an entire lamb for so long, but I really wasn't sure if I was going to like it or not. But I got to tell you, I am really loving this. All right, let's give this more traditional style a try and see how we did. I got to tell you, I am really going to love it. Here we go. That is so full of flavor. That tanginess from the sumac and the lemon, those onions and that parsley. This is amazing. Now I know some of you guys might be saying, try it with tzatziki sauce. Well, guess what? I've got some. Gonna add just a little bit here. It doesn't need it, but I'm sure it's gonna only enhance the flavor. All right, look at that. Here we go. Man, I gotta tell you, this right here is deli shoes. Now, I know some of you guys might get that reference, and if you do, leave me a comment down below. But for those of you guys that don't get it, this is absolutely amazing. Well, all I gotta say is I am no longer afraid to eat lamb. This is absolutely amazing. And I gotta tell you, if you guys have never tried it before, I highly recommend you give it a shot. Now, for those of you guys that have a Kamado style cooker, check out Chef's Tip at the link below. I gotta tell you, I am really impressed with those products as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this lamb video. If this is your first time to my channel, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up. Until next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pit BBQ. See ya.